Hey guys, and welcome to the Zenith Gymnastic Bodies Puerto Rico channel. In this series of episodes, we've been covering the upper body. We've already talked about how to activate and how to warm up the shoulders. We've covered how to do the activation cues to how to get the most out of push-ups and the activation cues in the shoulders so that we can also apply the push-up principle to bench presses. In this episode, we're going to be sharing some info that not only will lay the foundation for chin-ups and pull-ups, but if it's in your sights to also do things like muscle-ups or rope climbs or even one-arm chin-ups, doing these activation cues for the back are absolutely essential. Okay, so the upper body pulling variation that we're going to be doing here is just simply an incline row. Instead of having my body completely laid out horizontally, it's going to be at an incline, and I'm going to be almost standing when I reach the top. So this is kind of like the equivalent of doing a push-up on your knees, only for rowing. All right, but since our muscles from our back are so much bigger than our pressing muscles, well, we can get away with doing certain exercises that seem more impressive. So I'm going to break up the cues for the row in two sections. There's the upper body section, and then there's the entire body section. In the entire body section, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be contracting the abdominals a little bit and contracting the glutes a little bit so we can have a nice straight hollow body shape. And then for the upper body, there's going to be two positions: the bottom position where I'm at right now, and then the top position, or how to get there. Okay, so at the bottom here, what I'm essentially doing is I'm doing the dead hang equivalent of the row. Instead of having my shoulders activated, instead of pulling down with my shoulders or pulling back with my shoulders, I'm in a relaxed position. So imagine my arms were overhead and I were hanging off of the bar, or I were hanging off my rings. My shoulders would be elevated. Okay, so here what I'm doing is I'm allowing myself to sink back, but without letting my body break its alignment. I'm only letting my shoulders stretch out a little bit, and pulling from this position right here is going to develop a lot of strength in the upper back. Not only in the upper back, but also it'll decompress the elbow a little bit. So if you're a little tight in your elbow, this will help you stretch out a little bit, and then it'll also strengthen your bicep tendon. So how do we get to the top position? So we go from a dead hang, and what we're going to do is we're going to activate the back. Let me go back a second. We're going to activate the back and then activate the arms, okay? Like I said earlier, if you want to build up to doing more advanced variations of pulling, like rope climbing, if you want to do muscle ups, or if you want to do a one-arm chin-up, what will help us develop this insane level of strength is laying down a very good basic foundation of strength. So the basic foundation of strength for pulling movements, and I'll explain that in a second, is the combination of activating your back and then activating your arms. Activating your arms is pretty self-explanatory, because closing the angle of the arm is going to bring us up closer to the bar. But if you want to do an exercise like the muscle up, and you can only get your chin up over the bar, we're not going to be able to get the bar all the way down to the chest. So look at that distance that there is between your chin and your chest. You're going to travel that entire distance, or what's going to make it possible for you to travel that distance is if you activate your back. Okay? Shrug your shoulders up for a second. If you have your shoulders shrugged up and you put your hands in front of you as if you were doing a chin up, you're going to notice that your fists are very close to your face. Okay, but then if you push your shoulders down, you're going to notice that your fists are a lot closer now to your chest line than they are up to your face. And this is why that activation right here at the upper back is so essential to develop that level of strength, and it'll also develop the muscles, and it'll look good for our physique. Okay, so focusing on these things is what's going to lay the foundation for more advanced strength further down the line. And like we've already covered in a few of our other videos, including the intro, a developed muscle is a muscle that can deliver results not only in performance but also aesthetically. If you look the part, usually there will be people that can either perform or not because they focus on just contracting in a particular fashion. But if we focus on moving properly from the beginning, not only will we look physically impressive, but we will be able to put our money where our mouth is, so to speak. Okay, not like certain fitness people who have developed physiques but do not necessarily have they're not gifted as athletically. They look more physically impressive than having performance. So I hope this information was helpful to you and that it'll help you better serve your goal of getting swole, because swole is the goal. Swole is the goal, size is the prize. I recommend you guys to check out Robert Frank 615 on Facebook. That guy makes some hilarious videos. Okay, so I hope this information was helpful to you, and we'll catch you on the next group of episodes that'll focus on upper body mobility and also upper body flexibility, so we can recover from doing all this strength work. Okay, so have a good one, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.